Spooky, scary skeletons send shivers down your spine. Welcome back, guys, and yeah, it's September. What am I doing? But today, guys, we're going to be talking about the next event coming up for ARK Survival Ascended, and there's always that long break. There's always that break between summer and Fear Ascended, you know, and it's always such a boring wait for the next event, because Fear Ascended, you then have Turkey Trial, you then have Winter Wonderland, so you've got so much, you know, jam-packed, and then you have that massive wait between summer. But today, we are going to be talking about Fear Ascended, and we are going to be diving in and taking a look at some of the stuff we had in the game. I've downloaded the mod, and Fear Ascended normally launches towards the mid to late October time, and it normally lasts for 2 weeks. They also normally have ×3, but with Ascended, it's always ×2 now, which is a bit sad. But yeah, so I'm really looking forward to returning to Fear Ascended. We've obviously got the launch of Valguero at the end of September, and then we'll be experiencing Halloween with the Mega Raptor hunting you with Fear Ascended. Drop a like if you guys enjoy, and let's get in with it. Right, this is what we have been waiting for. Ta-da! And the game's crashed now. So, here we are on Rag, and wow! I just had some massive frame rate there. And who loves the intros? Do you know what? That was one of the things I loved with ASA when they did events, is, you know, we have those amazing, like, it just gives you that hype when you load into the map. It does give some frame rate. But who remembers, Fear Ascended nearly became nothing. Wildcard nearly tried to get rid of events. And it did not go down well with the community. And that meant that Wildcard had to cook up a Fear Ascended. So, obviously, last year, can you believe, it was such a long time now, it was the launch of the Dreadmare. So, if you remember, the Dreadmare was a fantastic tame creature, which obviously you had to pay for, but it was the first ever sort of fantastic tame for an event, and I think that's why Wildcard did it in the end, unfortunately, because I think for them it was like, you know, I think it sold really well, the Dreadmare. I really think it did. I think it was very successful. It was a very cool mount, and I think it's been one of the most popular sort of ARK tames, and of course, we have to get the dossier up there, but, you know, as always, that's the worst thing I hate about starting fresh on ARK to record these videos. You just get the dossier spam you. But yeah, absolutely loved the Dreadmare. It was such a great addition. But there was an OG before this beast. And you guys will know what that OG is. Well, you might not. You may be new to ARK, and you know, that's the one thing I've loved about Ascended, is there's been so many of you guys who have just been new to the game, and that's always awesome. That's why sometimes I might like repeat something in a video, because you have to remember, as much as us OG ARK players have been out there, we've got to look after those new players. That first time, imagine that, bringing you back to the first time you're walking down that beach and a raptor jumps and eats you. I mean, you know, it was the best memories ever, right? So this is a little bit of a blast from the past. We have the Dodo Wyvern, we have the DodoRex, and we also have the zombie dodos. So I don't know which ones will spawn in, but we're going to summon tame. Oh, it's not going to... Who remembers how crazy these things used to be? Now, they definitely had a massive nerf. Oh, wow, look at that. So look at the health. This is an Ascendant sword, by the way. These things are a nightmare. Look. And I remember all these years ago where I think it was Fear Ascended 2, where look at it. Zombie dodos firing fire at me. Now, it was, you know, a long time ago. I think it was Fear Ascended 2, where the zombie dodos were the most overpowered thing you have ever seen. Like the murder turkeys. They were unbelievable, and obviously Wildcard had to nerf it because it was funny at the time, but as time goes on, unfortunately, they have to ruin all the fun. No, I'm joking. It was just way too crazy. So on top of that, we also had the Dodo Wyvern. Now, it looks like this has not been properly rendered. Wait, let's photo mode this. Right, we need to fix this because I didn't mean to do that. Right. I want to be about here. That would, I think. And look, so this hasn't actually been made properly in ASA yet. So this is probably the ASE model. Is it? Or maybe I've spawned in the wrong one. But the Dodo Wyvern was amazing. And can you believe this has been ever since Fear Ascended 2? Very, very cool creature. Is it going to stay? Yeah, it's not going to despawn. That's what I like about it. So that's the Dodo Wyvern. You can force tame them, obviously, as well. But it doesn't seem like it works when they spawn in straight away. So not only that, I'm going to see if there's another version. Because there was a Scorched version. So we spawned that version in. What's the Scorched version? Is it? Let's see if it's any... Is it any better? Oh, no, we're going the wrong way. Is the quality any better? Or is it still... What do you guys think? Do you think it's going to be... I wonder if it's going to be the same. Is it any better? No, look. It is just not being finished. And that's why I'm excited to see what it looks like this year. Because it's going to give us that real Halloween experience. So I look forward to that. But the one true OG that ruled the ARK at Halloween. You may know him. And he goes by the name of the DodoRex. Now, this one actually seems to have worked as a tame straight away. But here is the DodoRex. Now, the DodoRex as well needs a revamp. I mean, that looks awful. It really does. But who cares? Who remembers this beast? It's such a statement, this creature. Like, the DodoRex is generally... I mean, look at the sound of the stomping. Like, this thing has just been the king of the jungle. I mean, look at the damage. Look at the damage. I mean, they can burn. Look at the fire. I mean, Brontos fear this thing. I'm really sorry that had to happen. But this thing was just so amazing. And it used to only be able to spawn in for 30 minutes in the past. So even if you force tame one, it used to disappear after 30 minutes. That is literally the very OG version of the DodoRex. So that was that version. What was this Genesis one? Okay, yeah, so this is actually like, yeah, this is a proper version. So as you can see, it has its health bar on it. So that's the difference between the modded version and the actual one that used to spawn into the game. Like, this is the OG. Look at this. So I am, you know, so looking forward to Fear Ascended this year. And do you know what? This part of the year is the part of the year that I always love for ARK. But I'm going to be totally honest, and I know you guys are the same. ARK has an amazing year all round, but the summertime is always awful. I don't know what it is. Obviously, in June, we had Rag. Like, you know, we got the Bisons, you know, we got things like that added in, and that was awesome. And I thought June was one of the most exciting months because we were welcomed back to this beauty of a map. But after that, it's very, very slow. And then all of a sudden, you get to the, like, sort of more winter period, and it goes crazy. It's like it's non-stop. And it's non-stop fun. And that's what it's going to be like. You know, end of September, we get Valguero Ascended. October, Fear Ascended. November is meant to be Extra Life, but instead, we'll be still raising money for Extra Life, and we unlock Dino TLCs. And then in December, we have not only Winter Wonderland, but we also have Lost Colony, which is going to be... I feel like Lost Colony would have worked perfectly in October because it's a horror map. It has zombies. It's got vampires. It would have fit in with Fear Ascended perfectly. But instead, it looks like it's going to be a haunted Christmas on the ARK. And we're going to have Winter Wonderland. But also, it does kind of fit in with Winter Wonderland as well, because it's a very snowy, frozen area. So people are going to find that little bit of light in the darkness with their Christmas trees. But before all of that, it's time to get a little bit spooky. In just over a month's time, we will be returning to the horrifying Fear Ascended. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I wish I could show you guys some more, obviously, like pumpkins and stuff like that, but I never thought that's as exciting as going back and looking at the creatures. And obviously, the Dreadmare was an awesome addition. So will we see a new creature this year? Will there be another fantastic tame, or a studio wildcard too busy working on the next DLCs. Much love to you all. I will see you in the next video, and it's Community Crunch Night.